tackles him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready. 125.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's going to field this at the 4. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Newton on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Come on now. Take a sack. Come on.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So that'll back him up 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Newton finding Funches for the Panther 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Here's Anderson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Ready. Black 25.
Now Jameis on second down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. On third down, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, ready? Blue lady. Let me go.
On second down, it's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Winston. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Sims. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Airing it out deep and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On third down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jameis now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that. But the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Adam Humphries deep for Tampa Bay. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Winston now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A first down throw for Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the run, Newton going to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back near his own goal line, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. The Bucks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. White 25.
Jameis to throw it. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Winston now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Easy. Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucks up on 3rd and long.
Hey, ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mario Addison in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vinny Curry. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Godot's kick is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. A give to Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A Buccaneer 1st down as Winston hooks up with Humphries. On 1st and 10, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K1 Short. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Ready. Back with the goose. Easy. Let's convert.
They'll run it again with Sims. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking here for Smith downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. And the drive begins here with Sims. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. Hey, stop. Let's go. Ready. Blue ready.
To throw, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Keith Tandy. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K'Wan Short in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go. Hey, hey.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go, fellas. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Flag, 22, hot.
Winston to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Winston sneaking it. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Panthers on 3rd down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1, to get yourself in position for the 2nd one, whether you're able to get into field goal.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.